Welcome back to 5 Minute Mondays, and today I'm actually in a very different location. Not in the studio, not with the normal mic, so it might sound a little bit different. I am here in Tanzania, in pretty much the middle of nowhere, and I wanted to share with you 3 or 4 thoughts. I'm actually covering a race at the moment, Ultra X Tanzania, 250 kilometers when I'm recording this, probably not when it goes out. Following runners and trying to tell the story of the race. Running with the runners, talking to them about how they feel, and obviously having run a few of these things myself, I can kind of understand what they're going through, and to ask them the right questions at the right time maybe helps them a little bit, helps them process their story a bit. So here are a few things that I've picked up that maybe I've said before, probably, maybe I'll say again, most definitely, but whilst they're here, fresh in my mind, I want to share them with you. The people that are doing well in this race are the ones that are keeping their chat to themselves and to those around them super nice and positive. On the flip side, there's a lot of complaining. It happens in all of these races, in any race and in any part of life. So it's not that I think the people here are bad people. That should be very clear. They're good people, but their development of their mindset is not quite where it needs to be. They're looking at the things that are bad. They're looking at the climbs. They're looking at the conditions. That one guy just passed me and told me all about the weather. Another guy passed me and told me all about how he got lost. They're not telling me, they're telling themselves. A lot of negative self-talk is going on. The people that are passing me, that are talking to themselves or talking to me in a more positive way, are a lot more upbeat. Makes sense, really, doesn't it? They're equally as destroyed. Everyone to the stage where I'm at now has run just on 200 kilometers in just 4 days. So everyone is feeling tired. But there's certain people that are choosing to keep a positive mindset and certain people that are choosing to tell themselves all the bad things. So number 1, keep things super positive for yourself all the time. That doesn't mean, and you should be clear on this, that doesn't mean that you have to pretend that the bad things are not bad, but let's just look for the positive things. Number 2, this sport and this life is not really restrictive to anyone or everyone. It doesn't discriminate. There's people that have passed me that are in the top 10 that I guarantee you, and I'd probably do the same. If I looked at them in a grocery store, you'd think, wow, can they really run 200 kilometers through this rugged terrain of Tanzania? Maybe, maybe not. But most of the time, we'd go no. Don't judge a book by its cover, and don't judge yourself by your cover. Don't discriminate against yourself. People do incredible things in life, and you can be one of them. A lot of people arrived here having not ever run more than 20 kilometers. Some of them had never run a multi-stage race, so they'd never run 20 kilometers in back-to-back days. And they're out here and they're doing it and they're getting it through it. You discriminate yourself, life does not discriminate you, is learning number 2. The camera's gonna blow over. The wind's getting a little bit more aggressive. Hopefully you can still hear me clearly. And the final point, and I think this one, or hopefully this one is the most important one. It's incredible being out, which is ironic because I'm recording this show here and I have my GoPro because I'm covering the race from a content standpoint and telling the story. I do have communication, but actually where I'm sat right now, nothing except my there's no signal. My GoPro does work. Disconnection is what I'm talking about. Being out on your own. Some of the runners that I've spoken to have told me they've had the best times when they've actually been on their own. Yes, for some people it's a bit far removed, or you're discriminating against yourself, thinking of coming to a foreign country, traveling and paying to go to a foreign country to have an experience like this. But I can guarantee you, for some of you, it would be absolutely incredible. Yes, it's hard. Yes, you'll be challenged physically, mentally. Yes, certain things from your past may come up. Demons, people might say. but I can guarantee you, as these people that are running in this race are, when you get through, when you have these breakthroughs and when you get through to the other side, when they go home, life will be different. It will be better in a number of ways. Some of those ways will be apparent immediately, some of them will take a little bit of time. 3 things from the middle of paradise or the middle of nowhere, depends how you look at it. Thanks for listening.